Good evening, everyone. My name is Faye Holland. I'm the founder of Cofintive, which is a corporate communications company based here in Cambridge, working with companies locally, nationally, and internationally. 12 months ago, we had an idea, and this is the culmination of that idea. We decided that we felt there was a gap in the market that was really showcasing the people, the companies, and the things that are created here in Cambridge. So we set about with the one to watch to address that. Very quickly it became evident that Cambridge, as much as having brilliant entrepreneurs and startups, we were starting to get interest from much broader. So we expanded the reach to the east of England, so we down the tech corridor to Norwich, Norfolk and Suffolk, and down the UK innovation corridor, so through Essex, Hertfordshire, and stopping just short of London. We totalled just over 500 entries, which we're very proud of for this first year. 219 of those made the long list, which is available on our website if anyone wants to go and look. We omitted quite a lot. We did have entries from Boston, San Francisco, Canada, China, Spain, and we kind of felt they were slightly out of our territory. We also recognised an awful lot of other companies that were based outside the east of England, and it just goes to show what amazing homegrown companies and people that we have in the UK, and that's something we can all celebrate. The entries all represented a range of different sectors. So, of course, we're in Cambridge. There's a lot of ICT, a lot of life sciences and biotech. But also, we saw phenomenal input from agri and food companies, food, textiles, aviation, automotive, and much more, including social enterprises. It was very difficult because the long list was full of really fantastic people, but we had to make a decision. But what we've tried to do is be really inclusive. So there are companies here that are not going to present this evening that are also doing an amazing job. A few of them just to call out, Entomics, Dr. Carolina Sabatka, BB Wraps, Naili Makangu, which some of you may have heard was on the radio talking about this earlier on today, so she's very enthusiastic. Tribilingual, Dogtooth Technology, and the list goes on. You can go and look at that list yourself. In February, when the deadline closed, we then brought that 219 down to 42 companies, based on criteria that was published. But we still had to get the list down to a further 21, and thankfully that was not my job to do that. So we enlisted a very esteemed group of judges to help make that decision for us. So the judges were Simon Mead, Dr. Sheema Barakat, Priya Gua, and Bill Thompson, and all of them gave a very different perspective into how they judged those awards. So this evening is about unveiling that top 21. We promise you in the invite of doing something different. If anyone knows what we do at Cofintive, we don't like to do things the normal way. So hopefully we're trying to do something a bit different here this evening. So as soon as I finish nattering on, the top 21 are going to come up on stage in turn. They're going to make a 60-second address. Yes, we are that generous, 60 seconds. You each have a handout. So I've just been asked, what are you making us do, Faye? Well, there's a lot going to happen in the next period of time, and it's going to go quickly. So on here, you have a list of the top 21, and when someone says something that you go, I can help them, we've got a client that you need to talk to, we've got a network that can help you, tick the box, because you're going to grab them when they come off the stage later on. Okay, there are a couple of omissions. So Emily will be the last presenter. So the two that are on the end of the list are not presenting because they're not in the country. I'm talking now, but we don't want this to be I'm going to introduce every single person, because that will just take way too long, even with only 60 seconds. So also, please keep your applause until the end. So we're literally going to move like some kind of conveyor belt. Before I hand over finally to the top 21, it would be extremely remiss of me not to thank our sponsors and supporters. What we've tried to do here, we think, is something different, and actually to go and talk to companies and organisations and partners in Cambridge when they're already doing so many things. The fact that so many of them said, yes, Faye, we want to get behind this, really shows their commitment to such an entrepreneurial space, and we are also extremely grateful. So I am going to read the list, and you can try and find them on the wall behind me. Thank you to Alia, Anglia Ruskin Reactor, Bailey Fisher, Barclays Eagle Labs, Burkitt's, Call HR, Cambridge Advisory Partners, CW, Grant Thornton, Impact Women's Network, Invested Investor, Kinesim, Pennington's Manchets, PwC, St John's Innovation Centre, the Bradfield Centre, and Women for Technology. And I think you will agree that is a phenomenal list, and we're very grateful for your support. And now, let's get the clock started. You have clocks here. There are clocks for the speakers here. This is going to go fast, so hold on. And remember, keep your ecstatic applause right until the end. Thank you.